I have to keep reminding myself which day of the week it is because it's a holiday week and different people went back to work at different days this week. And I actually have two new Music with Mary classes that are starting brand new today. I'm super excited about it. I'm teaching one at a local private school for infants, babies through 2-year-olds. And then later on this afternoon, I'm teaching my first afternoon session at Well Nested in Johnston, where I've been teaching since the summer, but I've usually been doing morning classes. So we're switching things up. I taught all day yesterday. I had babies in the morning, and then my wonderful friends with different needs in the afternoon. And now it's all little ones today. Super excited. It is a gray day today, but it is supposed to snow. So do me a favor and let me know, do you love the snow? Because I have changed my set list up for my Music with Mary class because I do love the snow. I absolutely love it. I'm going to take off my little eye masks. Just in case you didn't get the memo, minutewithmary.com, my website, which is your one-stop shop for all things makeup and skincare, is under kind of construction through January 8th. So if you do like anything that you see while I get ready, know that it will be available as of January 9th. You can, of course, always email me at minutewithmary.com in case you have any questions or you want to see what's best for you in the meantime. But it is under site repair just for this week. But that doesn't mean that I stop getting ready, because Lord knows if I'm going to be performing, I need to look a little bit more awake. I have been having the hardest time sleeping, and I think it's nerves. Excitement and nerves. Because these are two new classes. And what's funny is like, this is something I've been doing for a very long time. I have been a musician pretty much my entire life. I've been performing pretty much my entire life. I've been teaching all of my adult life, and yet I still get like first day jitters. So this entire week I've had such a hard time sleeping, and I haven't wanted to take any sleep aid or any kind of like melatonin or anything for fear that it might end up making me groggy. And when you're teaching, babies and toddlers, so much of it is about being theatrical and being really showy, so that way that they're captivated, they don't get as easily distracted, that they really get to kind of like look and feel and see the music. So especially because of that, I knew that I didn't want to have to worry about anything. So it's been crazy. Good morning. Thank you for the good mornings. We're sad the snow is going to just miss us. No, I like snow on Christmas Day only. Why do I live in the Midwest, right? Well, send some of your snow our way because we haven't had snow yet. We did have like a couple of little flurries, but that was it. And so today we're supposed to get a couple flurries in the morning and then potentially in the night. We may be getting a storm this weekend. A lot of people on the East Coast were looking towards a storm. So we're going to see what happens. I just wrapped up my skincare. After January 9th, the skincare sale at minutewithmary.com is a go, whether it's that gold eye mask, the eye cream you saw me just put on, all sorts of things. So if having better skincare routine or taking care of your skin is something that is on the radar for you this new year, I would love to help you out. And then I just sprayed my face right now with some Prime and Set spray. I'm going to let that set while I get my eyes ready. But yes, let me know. Do you love snow? We actually haven't had any either. Yeah, it's so weird, right? I have to keep telling my kids. So my kids love the snow as much as I do. And they have been complaining like, this has been the worst winter ever. We haven't had any snow. And I'm like, well, technically winter just started December 21st. So I have to keep reminding them that. I think because of all of the Christmas decorations and merriment and songs and all the songs about snow, that we all think December means winter, but really it doesn't. December is mostly fall. And so I have to keep reminding my children that winter really is just starting now, that January is actually the first month where we have winter. And so to kind of keep our sights on this month. Now, if it doesn't snow this month, we're going to have some problems in the Larson household. I'm just going to take my eyeshadow palette, number 9 right here. I did just put some eyeshadow primer on my eyelids. Eyeshadow primer is very tacky. It's great if you have oily eyelids, hooded eyelids. I have a lot of discoloration. I have freckles and veins on my eyelids. So I am just going to take a matte shade right here, a matte white shade, and kind of just place it on my eyelid. I'm going to bring it underneath my eyebrow, and then I just lightly dust it so everything else is really, really easy to blend. I'm not going crazy at all today, but like I said earlier, I've had a hard time sleeping, which I think is due to excitement and nerves. because of all this new teaching and other things that I've got going on. So when I feel nervous, when I'm excited, when I have a lot of things that I don't necessarily have control over, I like to do my makeup. It just helps me feel polished and pulled together. So that's why I was like, I'm going to come on in and hang on out. Thank you so much for the hashtag hello lovely. Thank you, thank you. All right, so my Prime and Set spray is still kind of tacky and sitting on my skincare. I like to do my eyeshadows first. That way it allows any kind of skincare or primer to set in my skin. And also if you were to use any dark eyeshadows, if any of it makes a little oopsie on your chin, you don't have to worry about it getting all muddled with your foundation and concealer. You don't have any foundation or concealer on your face yet, so it's nice and easy. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this matte pink shade right here, just as a transition shade. And I have kind of like saggy, hooded eyes just over time and genetics. So I like to apply this above my crease, more on that crease bone. This is going to give a bit of a lift to my eyelids. I will be doing a hooded eye series later on this winter. As I said, this month I'll be focusing a lot on skincare, as I just feel like everybody needs a refresher. Whether you don't wash your face at all and that is a new habit that you want to start, or maybe you wash and moisturize your face but you want to start to target, whether it's hydration or anti-aging or brightening or, lessening your pores. And there's also just simple things you can be doing, like drinking more water. That honestly makes a massive difference. Getting more sleep, once again, also makes a massive difference. I wish I could be getting more sleep. My sleep app on my watch and my phone has been yelling at me like, why are you waking up so much? And I'm like, because I'm excited and nervous and all the things. So I have tried, having some sleepy time tea. I've tried to work with the temperature of my room. If this goes on for much longer after I start this new kind of chapter of music teaching and everything, then I'll start to be concerned that this insomnia might not just be an excitement and nerves thing. But for right now, I'm chalking it up to the fact that I've got a lot of new things going on in my life that I'm excited about, and that is what's waking me up at night. All right, so as I said, I put that Prime and Set spray on top of my skincare. I'm going to go in now with my BB cream. This BB cream is so great, and I'm officially a little bit lighter than what I was in 2023 because I'm now part vampire. Sometimes I mix shades, but the cool thing is that it is a light tinted, hydrating, SPF included foundation. So it really just kind of adds like a filter to your face. It is sweat proof and waterproof. So I get sweaty when I teach. I'll firmly admit that. Probably a lot of other teachers know what I'm talking about, especially if you have younger ones that you are teaching and you need to be a performer and you need to be dancing and moving and doing all the things. So for me, wearing makeup that isn't sweat proof and budge proof while I'm teaching, it doesn't work for me. I end up just getting messy. And this one by far has been the best of my sweat-proof, budge-proof foundations that I've worn. And I like it because it allows my natural skin to shine through. It allows my freckles to shine through, which I've got a lot of freckles. And you either love or hate your freckles. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit more. I don't even do a full pump. If you do a full pump, honestly, it could probably just cover your entire face. I just do little squirts of the BB cream and kind of dab it where I need the most, and then I blend it from there. That's a fun little tip for you with any of your makeup, your blush, your eyeshadow, your foundation. Wherever you apply the product first, whether it's with your brush or with your finger, that is where it's going to be the most saturated. And so if you kind of go where you need the coverage the most, or where you want the eyeshadow or the blush or the bronzer the most, and then you blend from there. A lot of people have discoloration more in the center part of their face. So if you start in the center and then you blend out versus like putting a whole thick layer all around your face, that's when people end up looking like they have a makeup mask. So I am really, really excited, as I said. Nervous, but also excited. I'm going to take that setting spray again. I do what's called a setting spray sandwich. This is just a super fine light mist. You could think of it as like a hairspray for your makeup, but particularly for friends who need that really budge proof and for friends who have texture. So I'm talking like large pores, fine lines kind of creeping in your skin. If you do a light mist over whatever foundation you have, whether it is my foundations or a foundation that you have from elsewhere, and then you just take either your blending bud or a flat tipped kabuki brush like the one I'm having here, and you lightly pounce that setting spray into that foundation, what it does is it marries the foundation and the setting spray, and it really locks it in place. Doing a fine mist in general is fantastic, but I find doing this extra little kind of like tapping and pressing and blending really marries it to your skin so it looks like it's your face. It looks like you're not wearing anything at all, and yet it's just kind of this glowy, beautiful filter. All right, let's add a little bit of dimension, shall we? I'm going in with my all-in-one color stick in the shade Barely Bronze. This just launched as my holiday deals. So I had like Black Friday, Cyber Monday makeup deals in November. And this was part of my new product launch. But I just released it this month. So once again, after January 9th, you can head on over to minutewithmary.com. This is the shade that I recommend for bronzing and contouring for my fellow part vampire friends. So if you have super fair skin like myself, this is a great option for you. Good morning. How you doing today? I hope that you are well. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm just gonna blend a little bit of this to add that dimension. This really just kind of adds a little warmth to my face and also helps lift my cheekbones, helps make my forehead look a little bit smaller as I do have a larger forehead, but not large enough where I need bangs. I definitely have been going through the should I get bangs phase again, and Blake keeps talking me out of it because pretty much every other year I go and get bangs or I do a dramatic haircut, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And I love the look of bangs. I particularly love the look of bangs on like Zoe Deschanel with like the straight cross New Girl bangs. Love those. They're such a pain in the butt to deal with though. I'm using my all-in-one color stick in the shade Peony Pink. This is lovely, lovely, lovely for that like winter time. Just walked outside and got a little bit of a cold, a chill in the air kind of pink. If you want a deeper pink, I recommend a shade called Fresh Orchid, once again, after January 9th. But I'm kind of going for this snowy day look for my classes today. But yeah, I've done bangs. I've done side swept bangs, like pretty much anyone who got those in like the early 2000s, mid 2000s. And then I did the straight across Zoe Deschanel bangs, and they took so much work. They just took so much work. And I am someone who I just can't keep up with it, and maybe I touch them too much, or maybe, like I said, if I'm teaching, I get too sweaty, but bangs were just not in the cards for me. All right, so between that kind of bronzing stick and now the blushing stick, you can see I've really got this nice glow going on with some color, but it's not like an overwhelming, bright, deep pink. I do often like that, but because I'm going for kind of a snowy look. What are they calling this look right now? I forget what it is, but it's something like walking outside in the cold. I'm going to take just a smidge of my pressed powder. So this is something that I do to mattify just certain areas of my face, because fun fact, if you mattify areas, you're going to see less texture. So if you do have large pores, if you have fine lines, if you have under eye physical bags, if you put a little bit of either a setting powder or a pressed powder foundation right there, it's going to show up less. When you have like this shiny dewiness, it looks very youthful, but it also can highlight any texture that you might have. So I like to kind of put it right underneath my eyes, the areas that I have those large pores, anywhere that I also might get just a little extra shiny while I'm teaching. Because that's what happens. You love a good side swept bang, right? Right? Me too. You just can't go wrong. I know that they're not in right now. Taking a little bit of powder bronzer. If you like more of a powdered bronzer, the shade that I'm using right now is called Light. There's one that's a little bit lighter than light called Fair. So once again, this just adds extra dimension without you looking like, your Malibu Barbie or anything. Sometimes people go a little too hog wild with bronzer. And for me, I just like it to make me look like I'm not dead. That's the goal, not a zombie. All right. Now what I'm going to do is take my eyebrows up a notch. And my eyebrows are already naturally pretty thick. So sometimes just combing them through and getting any foundation or product out of it does the trick. But yeah, I love side bangs. I love regular bangs. It's just the upkeep for the more regular traditional bangs is something that I don't think I can do. I loved side bangs, and who knows, maybe I'll get side bangs again. Thank you, Blake. Thank you. Yeah, maybe I'll get them one day. Blake likes my side bangs, doesn't like my straight across bangs. As I was just saying, Blake, that you're helping talk me out of the bangs that I crave every other year. I've been on this big mission to grow out my hair, as I had a pixie cut pre-COVID and grew it all back out. I did it to embrace my natural silver hair, which is hard to see in this light, but I've got a ton of it. And I went through a beautiful mullet phase in the grow out. That was fantastic. Don't recommend the mullet phase for any of you who are like, oh, should I do it? It's tough. It is definitely tough. But now here's where I'm at with the length. And the problem, of course, is if you get bangs, now you're adding different kind of lengths and layers to your hair. So we will see. We will see. Now's the time. If I was going to get bangs, now's a great season to do it. I don't recommend doing it in the summer or in the spring. You know, if you're going to be swimming a lot, we live at the pool club and at the beach in the summer. So having bangs when you're in and out of the pool or the ocean isn't necessarily ideal. And I think that's part of what keeps me from doing it. All right, I'm going to go in with a smidge of eyeliner. This is my Disney Princess effect. So once again, I'm teaching babies and toddlers today. So I actually go underneath my eyelash and I do what's called tight line. You can do this with a pencil. You can do this with eyeshadow. I usually don't recommend this with any kind of a liquid. However, this one liquid liner that I have at Minute with Mary, it's like a marker tip and somehow it is budge proof. I have contacts, I have watery eyes, but I gotta tell you, if you are a fellow small-eyed or hooded-eyed friend, this trick right here makes such a nice difference to enhance the look of your eyes without you having to do eyeliner on the top of your eyelid, which can make your eyes just look smaller. So look at that. It really makes the base of my eyes look so much thicker. The base of my eyelashes, it looks like I'm wearing eyeliner up top without making my eye look smaller. So this technique, once again, is called tight lining. And a lot of people tight line the top and bottom lashes, but when you do that, it can make your eyes look smaller. But if you just tight line the upper lash line, then this will give that opening effect. It is the only liquid eyeliner I can use to tight line with. Yes, yes. It's crazy. Like, what's wonderful is that it really works. It doesn't bleed. It doesn't smudge. Because sometimes for me, some pencil eyeliners, even if they're marked as waterproof, sometimes they still do smudge on me, or they get all like gunky inside the corner of my eyelid. And I have found the holy grail of upper eyelid tight lining, and it's this one, and it's a nice little marker. So whether you hold your eyelashes open or you just kind of get right to the base of the lashes, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Absolute game changer. You can go in and add like a little wing if you'd like up top, but for me, this gives me that Disney Princess effect of the wide open eyes without having to do anything too crazy. All right, I'm gonna set this makeup with some Prime and Set powder and get ready to hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Going right over where I told you I have that physical under eye bags. I go over underneath my, on my upper lip. I go on my chin. All areas either I have texture or areas that I get a little oily and sweaty. And I just don't want to do that. Or areas that I have large pores. If you were to do this over your entire face, it will just mattify your look completely, which a lot of people like a matte look. A lot of people like a dewy look. What I like to do is half and half. So I allow the dewy youthful where I want it, but I also hide any texture where I don't want it. And I have found that I can take my cream blush, my all-in-one color stick, and go on top of the powder without it getting gunky, without it getting muddy and mucky. I'm going to take my Quadra lash product. Once again, I have contacts. I have watery, oily eyes. This product is a 4-in-1 product. It is a lash growth serum. It is a lash primer. It is a tubing mascara and a fiber mascara. So this is my favorite thing for people who are trying to grow their lashes because it has that daily lash growth serum in it. because it has lash primer, it's gonna keep it on your eyelids without making smudges. So I'm someone who I need to either wear a waterproof mascara or I need to wear mascara with a lash primer underneath. If you've been watching Minute with Mary for a long time, you have frequently seen me use my white tube of lash primer before I apply my mascara. This has it built inside. So if you're someone who, same thing, you know, maybe your mascara flakes or smudges or you get raccoon eyes, either adding a lash primer to your routine underneath your mascara, it goes on like a white mascara, or trying out this Quadra because it's already built inside. And the price of the Quadra, it's 4 products in one, but it's the price of just having like 2 products. So for me, knowing that I'm getting a lash serum and the lash primer and the mascara, and it's what's called a tubing mascara. And if you've never had a tubing mascara, it actually wraps around your lashes, so it makes it for easy removal. You actually just need warm water and you take your fingers and you go like this and they just slide off your lashes. So you don't look like a panda bear or something when you're washing your face. So that is awesome too. I've actually had customers for the past few years being like, you need to get a tubing mascara. It's so easy to wash off. And I finally did it. I find that this gives a very natural look to my lashes. If you are looking for a super dramatic look, you can do a couple more coats, or you could take your thickening fiber mascara on top of this. I just personally, I like I was saying earlier, oh no, I made a little smidge. If you make a little smudge on your face, just let it dry. Go and kind of dance on the tips of your lashes. Just take the brush and kind of paint the tips of your lashes. That's going to add length without a lot of bulk. You know, I don't personally like the look of spider lashes. I like the look of like long, dainty lashes, and that's what I'm able to do with this. So as I said, I made a little oopsie. What I first do is I push my finger on it, and anything that is still wet that can be picked up with my hand, great, almost already got away. Then you let it dry and you either take a Q-tip or a spoolie brush and it will just flake away. All right, that being said, I'm almost done. And good thing, because I gotta go. This is my favorite lip liner. It is the shade Patience, which once again, you're gonna have to have patience if you want it till January 9th at minutewithmary.com. And I like to outline my lips and overline just a smidge, as I find it to be a really nice lip color, like just a natural lip color. And I overline right here underneath, and then I overline a little bit right here, as my lips are not symmetrical. Most people's lips, unless you get them fixed, are not symmetrical, and that's okay. So this is what I do instead of having lip injections. I just line my lips, and they suddenly look fuller. And the cool thing with my lip liner is that it's a wax-based lip liner, so it holds on really, really long. And then I can put something glossy on top. If you wear something glossy, it comes off when you eat or drink or even just talking, and this will stay on while I teach. So I let that kind of set for a second, and then I'm going to go on with a bit of a gloss. But there you have it. That is my Minute with Mary look for the day. What do you think? Nice and easy. Like I said, I might just do a smidge more blush to give me that Disney princess look that I'm going for as I go and I teach these wee little bairns, these little babies. Super, super excited. Also super nervous, but it is time for me to hit the road. And yeah, I think I'm ready. Doing pink colors also is very youthful looking. So fun fact, in addition to taking care of your skin, if you do add, whether it's pink blush, pink eyeshadow, it just brings about this sense of youthfulness to your face. So there you go. That's your little tip for the day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Wish me luck as I go into these 2 new classrooms today. Hopefully after today, I can sleep again. Hopefully my nerves subside. It's so funny because I'm teaching the same lesson plan that I taught yesterday, and yet my heart is all aflutter. So wish me luck. I hope that you have a great day. And if you live in Rhode Island, crossing our fingers for some snow flurries because they are quite magical. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Trish. Take care, everybody. Bye.